What do you do when you're craving an authentic New Orleans po' boy, but you don't live there? And what do you get when you cross an alligator and a GPS? That second one's easy. Navigator. After my trip to New Orleans, I have been craving a po' boy, but there's none around me, so I'm gonna have to make it. And I'm gonna show you how to do it too. And I'm going to make an authentic one. Yeah, I said the word authentic on YouTube. You gotta be brave to throw out that authentic word on YouTube, especially if you're talking about a regional dish, something as popular as a po' boy. But I have an ace up my hole. I made a phone call to Chef Pooch Rivera. He is a New Orleans legend, and he told me exactly how to do it and not get killed in the comments. I'm already messing up. Now, you're supposed to use medium-sized shrimp. My shrimp are a little bit big, but I think that could be forgiven. That's not like a big mistake. To rectify my shrimpy situation, I'm just gonna cut them in half. That should give me about the right mouth size for my po' boy. I was really worried about the breading. How do you get that exactly right? Well, guess what? It's really easy. You buy a pack of this, Louisiana fish fry with lemon. This specific one. There are a lot of them. Make sure you're getting this one. That's what I was told, and that's what I'm going to use. And then you want to spice it up a little bit. Slap your mama seasoning. These two things are all you need to do your shrimp. We need a couple things to go with our po' boy. A beefsteak tomato and some thinly shredded iceberg lettuce. So I'm just gonna cut a couple of nice little thin slices of our tomato, and then we'll go in half. And I'm gonna do this right. I'm gonna shred this lettuce with a grater. I could do it with a knife, but I think I'll get the more authentic shreddy pieces doing it this way. I'll also make a lot more of a mess and cut myself every time, man. That is grated lettuce, not shredded lettuce. I'm gonna shred it the old-fashioned way. One Band-Aid later, and shredded lettuce. And now, all our prep is done. I'm going to do two. I'm going to do one straight up authentic, and I'm gonna do one in the Ninja Woodfire to see if it can actually make a decent fried shrimp. I'm gonna take my pellet hopper and give it the dad shake. The dad shake either compacts the pellets and makes it burn better, separates the pellets and gives it lots of air and makes it burn better, or does absolutely nothing and just makes me feel like it burns better. I do it every time. We're gonna stick this in there, set it to 400 degrees Fahrenheit on air fry, and turn on wood fire. All right, let's talk about the hardest part, bread. The bread is its own thing. Po' boy bread is not a baguette, it is not a French roll, it is not ciabatta, it is its own thing. So Pooch told me, best bet is to go ahead and get yourself a Vietnamese banh mi roll. If you've never had a Vietnamese banh mi sandwich, they are fantastic. He said those rolls are very, very close to the po' boy bread, and actually some places even use them for it. So I happen to have a Vietnamese place right near my house, and they sold me 2 rolls, like $3 total. If you happen to have a Vietnamese place, just ask them, can I buy your bread? And they'll sell it to you. I know it looks just like a hoagie roll, but it's not, it's different. There is one more step we have to do to make this kind of right. We're gonna go ahead and stick it in the wood fire for just a little bit to kind of toast it up. That's gonna get the outside a little bit crispy, but keep the inside nice and soft. The good thing is I can do it in there while it is getting ready. You can toast it in the oven, you can do it in a toaster oven, you can do it in the wood fire, whatever you want to do. This is a breaded fish, not a battered fish. So all you have to do is pour the breading in there and dip the shrimp in it. That's it. Because this is just for me, I am gonna go ahead heavy with the slap your mom. Just checked on my bread. They're still not crisp on the outside, so I'm gonna let them in there a little bit longer. These shrimp I'm gonna cook in my deep fryer, the right way. I've got my oil set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm just dropping these guys in. It's not gonna take very long, just a couple minutes. You'll kind of see them start to float up. Once they float up and they get a wonderful golden brown color on them, that's it, they're done. You can go ahead and pull them out. Take them out, put them on a paper towel, and just let them dry off a little bit. It's gonna absorb some of that extra oil. We don't need all the oil. That's not enough shrimp. Let's do a couple more. I wanna make sure we get a good sandwich out of this. If you'd like more information on the fryer that I'm using, I'll throw a link down in the description. It's pretty good so far. Just is a large fryer. I can fry a whole turkey in here, which I plan on eventually doing. But for now, it's doing really well with these shrimp. Look how nice and golden brown those look. That's what you want, like a little bit of a crisp on the outside. Time to assemble a sandwich. And we're doing a fully dressed po' boy. So we are going to do a good amount of mayo, our shrimp, some lettuce, a couple slices of our tomato. I think I should probably put the tomato underneath for presentation. Some dill pickle chips. Gonna hit mine with a squeeze of lemon. Then it is fully acceptable to add hot sauce, which I will do. This is a Thai hot sauce that I made myself. And that is a Dad Got This fully dressed po' boy. Let's see how close I got. Dare I say that is better than the one I had in New Orleans. You got the spice of the shrimp, the crispness of the lettuce, the acid of the tomato. The shrimp is just perfectly cooked. The mayo's nice and creamy. Then you've got the bread with that crunch on the outside and the soft on the inside. That is just about a perfect sandwich. Oh, and how can you forget that hint of dill pickle in there? Perfect. That is really good. Let's see how the wood fire stacks up. Lock in now. Let me know if you think the wood fire is going to be able to do it or not. Put your comment below. Just loading some shrimp in here, giving them room around so they can get full air contact, which should hopefully help them crisp up. And then at the end, I'm going to hit them with a little bit of oil in a mister. A little bit of that oil misted on there always helps the food that you cook in the wood fire or in an air fryer kind of taste more fried. Check that in about 6 minutes while I eat a po' boy. Pardon me. 6 minutes later, they've got a little bit of color, but not a lot. So I'm going to spray them with some more oil, give them a flip, let them go another 6 minutes. After that second 6 minutes, they look a little better, but still not perfect or great. So I'm just going to toss them and call it. I do not want to overcook these and turn them into rubber. So I'm just going to pull them out here and hope for the best. After about 10 minutes in the air fryer, this is what I ended up with. I mean, I wouldn't say they're crispy. I wouldn't say they're not crispy. They're fine. Once you dressed it and put it in the sandwich, it would probably be okay, but it wouldn't be right. They taste a little almost like powdery, like the breading didn't really do what it was supposed to. So I would say the wood fire is not the use for this style shrimp or breaded fish. Just get yourself a little pan, a little bit of oil, and shallow fry it. Do it right. The po' boy deserves to be done right. I do not recommend the wood fire for this application. They're fine. They're okay. They're not great. That sandwich was great though. It didn't last the 10 minutes. It didn't last 6 minutes to the first check of these. It was so good. So there you go. That's how you make an authentic New Orleans po' boy. You don't use the wood fire. You deep fry it. Just do it. I want to thank Chef Pooch Rivera for giving me the inside info on this so that I could get it right and I hopefully don't get flamed in the comments. Speaking of the comments, leave one. I love it. I answer just about every comment in my comment section. And if you like this, do the likey subscribe thing. If you really want to support the channel, I also have memberships, information in the description. Also throw a link to the Slap Your Mama and the Louisiana fish fry batter thing in the description so you can get them if they're not available at your local store. So with all that out of the way, I guess there's only one question left to answer. What does an alligator wear to the beach? Crocs. That one totally doesn't even make sense. An alligator is not a crocodile, but I like it. Yeah, Dad may tell horrible dad jokes, cook authentic po' boys, but one thing Dad will never do is an outro. So that's it. Bye. This is the part where I thank all of my members. You guys are the absolute best. Thank you so much for your support and rock on. I don't know why I said rock on, but rock on. You say you like brisket, ribs, and pumpkin pie, but can you handle the dad jokes that come with them? My cookbook, Bad Jokes, Good Food, has over 24 wood fire recipes guaranteed to make you hungry and groan at the same time. Order your copy now at dadgotthis.com.